So the last part of this little shindig here with our watercolor eyes is to add some of those strands that we were seeing using some line work. So I'm going to come in with a pen or a thin Sharpie. You do not want to use a thick Sharpie for this. And starting towards the edge of my pupil, I'm going to start to make some lines. And I'm just going to go the whole way around. Some of them are longer, some of them are going to be thicker, some of them are going to be denser. But I'm going to start to draw those in using some line work. And if you want, you can get fancy and do like a starburst pattern kind of deal. You want to make sure they're connected to your pupil. Now, it doesn't look interesting if you just do them all the same length and width. So some of them I'm going to thicken up. I'm going to go around the edge and kind of get rid of that edge of my pupil. Some of them are going to extend out. Some of them won't even attach to the pupil. I'm going to go around this way first. I'm not scribbling, I'm being very deliberate. It's almost a little bit like cross-hatching. Thought you'd seen the last of it, but you haven't. And there's a couple different ways of making these marks. And they need to go the whole way around. The variety is important, otherwise it just looks like your eyeball has stripes. The other thing you can do kind of like a loop-de-loop. So I'm just going to go around this way, and I'm ovaling, and I'm changing the direction, keeping them long this way, kind of like that. And I can do the same thing closer to my eye to give it some depth. I'm actually going to go in and make this thicker around here, just because I want to. Could do just little circles like this. And again, having them reach all the way out to the edge. I can do a mix of circles and lines. The key here is you're disrupting the edge where that perfectly round area was. This is what makes it look a little more realistic. Just coming in there. And if you have a ballpoint pen, I would encourage you to use it, because the harder you press, you can get some variation with your pressure. You can't get that quite as much with your thin line Sharpie. A little bit, but not quite as much. And we'll do one more. Do that loop design going around. And if it helps you to turn your paper by all means. And now what I could do, take my eyeball, I think I like this green one the best, cut it out. Grab a paper. I'm going to sketch an eye to match it. Could glue it down with some glue sticks. Not sure I have glue stick in here yet, but I'm going to sketch around it just so you guys can see what this would look like. That's the tear duct. There's the rest of the eye. There's the eyelid. I know some of you have been dying to add lashes to this, so you certainly can. A little bit of shading towards the edge of the eye to show that it's round. And this is, again, the nice thing about ballpoint pens, because if you don't press quite so hard, you get some really nice variation in line. With my eyebrow. Do the lid down here, a couple lashes. Ta-da!